Welcome, everyone, to the NPC Energy podcast.
Great to be here.
You ever get that weird feeling, like maybe things aren't quite solid, like it's all just a really, really convincing game?
Oh, definitely. That's the rabbit hole we love exploring here.
And today's simulated journey, let's call it, is going down a really strange path.
It really is. We've been looking into these accounts. They're from anonymous sources, detailing something pretty bold.
Bold is one word for it. These are stories of people apparently, allegedly, declaring they don't consent to the simulation itself.
Exactly. Not just feeling weirded out, but actively saying, I'm out, or words to that effect.
Which just makes you think, okay,
Well-
what happens then if you actually try to opt out of, well, everything?
So that's our mission for this simulated journey, right? To dive into these stories. Totally unverified, of course, but fascinating nonetheless.
Yeah, and just sort of unpack what the reported outcomes might tell us about how a simulation could work and if we have any say in it.
If we're even in one, naturally.
Naturally. So, get comfy, fellow reality explorers. We've got 5 of these accounts. We're calling them non-consent logs.
Little glimpses, perhaps, into the system responding, or maybe just coincidence. Let's see.
Let's dive in. Log number 1 is titled The Echo Chamber.
Okay, so this person, just internally, like a thought during a normal Monday, declared their non-consent, quietly.
And the result wasn't exactly fireworks, was it?
No, not at all. Really subtle stuff. They mentioned noticing small repetitions in conversations later that day.
Like hearing the same phrase twice?
Kind of, yeah. And their usual latte tasted off. Weirdly different. And then a super specific online ad popped up
Based on what?
based on apparently a very private thought they'd had just moments before declaring non-consent.
Oh, right, that's interesting. It's not a system crash. It's like a tiny ripple.
Right, like an amplified deja vu, or maybe the simulation just logged it,
Well-
acknowledged it in a super low-key way.
It makes you wonder, if it is a simulation, would it even waste resources on a big reaction to one person thinking, no?
That's a really good point. Maybe it's just super efficient. It notes the input, the non-consent declaration, but doesn't, rewrite the whole code.
Just a tiny little anomaly pops up.
Not processing power required.
So log number 2 is a bit more dramatic. This one's called NPC Aggro Triggered.
Right, so this time the person actually said it out loud, vocalized non-consent, apparently during a really bad traffic jam.
Oh, boy. And the result sounds like things got weird.
Yeah, the report says other drivers started acting really erratically, like beyond normal bad driving. One car supposedly nudged theirs,
Nudged it.
and they saw a pedestrian just walk repeatedly into a lamppost, correcting, then doing it again.
And like a video game character stuck in a loop.
Exactly.
Mm.
And the weirdest part, someone in another car apparently yelled clear as day, parameter error, recalibrate consent.
Whoa, okay, hang on. That's very specific.
It is. So if we run to the idea of NPCs, simulated people, did the vocal declaration somehow scramble their programming?
Yeah.
Trigger some kind of aggro response?
It's like the system tried to react through the other people. The weirdness wasn't directed at the declarer, personally, but manifested around them.
That's a fascinating distinction, yeah. Maybe the simulation sees a vocal rejection as an environmental problem to be contained or corrected.
And the correction looks like NPCs glitching out.
Perhaps. Like their AI pathfinding just freaks out for a moment.
Okay, moving on. Log 3 takes us digital. Reality patch V1.3.
Yes. This individual typed their non-consent declaration into a computer document.
So a direct digital input. And the reported results were also digital.
Mostly, yes.
Yeah.
Flickering monitor immediately after, lights started buzzing overhead.
Standard office annoyances, maybe?
Could be, but then they reported a 15-minute time jump. Looked at the clock, looked away, looked back, and 15 minutes had passed.
Okay, less standard.
And a pen on their desk vanished. Just gone. Weird car horn patterns outside like Morse code, they said. And finally, a file-corrupted notification for the very document they typed in.
Wow, so it's like the system reacted to the digital declaration with digital-style glitches.
It certainly seems that way. The time jump, the disappearing object, maybe rendering errors. System instability trying to process the command.
The title, Reality Patch, is suggestive too, isn't it? Like the system tried to quickly fix whatever anomaly the declaration caused.
Exactly. Like applying a software patch on the fly, but for reality itself.
Yeah.
Maybe it caused some temporary desync issues.
It makes you wonder if how you declare matters. Is typing it into the system more direct?
It's a thought, right? Does the simulation monitor digital inputs more closely?
Okay, log 4. Blue screen of self. This sounds internal.
Very much so. This person whispered their non-consent. They were watching people in a park, noticing repetitive patterns in their movements.
And the effect wasn't external glitches, but on their own perception.
That's what's reported, yeah. A momentary shift. Colors washed out, sounds became muffled. Everyone around them seemed to freeze for a second.
Like the world hit pause.
Kind of. And crucially, they reported feeling detached, like observing things from a distance. And a small memory gap right before they whispered it.
Whoa, like their own personal reality feed just stuttered.
Blue screen of self. It's like their consciousness experienced the error, not the environment.
That's maybe the creepiest one so far. Suggests the simulation, if it exists, can tweak our actual experience directly.
It certainly points that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A direct effect on sensory input and the sense of self, rather than just glitches out there.
Raises all sorts of questions about consciousness in this model.
Absolutely.
Okay, last one. Log 5, unexpected item drop. This one's different.
It really is. This person yelled non-consent out of pure frustration, just a buildup of minor annoyances during the day.
And the result was good.
Surprisingly, yeah. Allegedly, right after yelling, a $20 bill fluttered down from an air vent above them.
Seriously, like out of nowhere.
Apparently. And a fire alarm that had been blaring nearby suddenly stopped, and a package they'd been waiting weeks for arrived that same afternoon.
Okay, that's just bizarre. Like the simulation felt bad for them.
Or maybe it's like a bug, an exploitable glitch. Declaring non-consent accidentally triggers some kind of positive outcome.
Like complaining to customer service and getting a voucher. An unexpected item drop, like in a game, but for yelling at reality.
It's a strange interpretation, but the log suggests it.
I think
It definitely throws a wrench into the idea that non-consent always leads to negative glitches.
So looking at all 5, wow, the range is huge.
It really is. Subtle echoes, NPC freakouts, tech glitches, personal reality shifts, and now lucky breaks.
It's all over the map. And you know, it's interesting because while these logs are presented as anonymous, maybe fictional, they feel like stories you hear online.
Exactly. Places like Reddit or Glitch of the Matrix or Relayas, they're full of people sharing genuinely weird experiences that feel like these logs.
Yeah, unexplained moments, synchronicities, things just feeling off. These logs kind of crystallize those feelings, don't they?
They do. They tap into that shared sense of questioning reality, of noticing the seams, maybe. The spectrum we see here being ignored, subtle hints, overt glitches, subjective shifts. It mirrors how people interpret those real-world oddities.
So if we pretend for a second this is real, what could make the system react so differently each time?
Well, the logs hint at possibilities. Maybe the intent matters. A passing thought versus a frustrated shout.
Or the perceived threat. Is whispering less alarming to the system than yelling parameter error?
The method, too, right?
Yeah.
Typing it in seemed to get a very specific digital reaction.
And maybe just system resources. Like, was the server busy that day?
Server load, yeah. Maybe a busy simulation just ignores you, but a quiet one has the bandwidth for weirdness. Or maybe the creators.
Yeah.
Well, who knows what their deal is.
Benevolent, indifferent, malicious. Just running an experiment. We have no idea.
Exactly. Which kind of leads to a final thought, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wrapping up this simulated journey, maybe the point isn't figuring out how to break the simulation, assuming it exists.
Maybe that's impossible or just not the point.
Right. What if the interesting part is just noticing? Noticing the weirdness, the funny bugs, the glitches like these logs describe.
Engaging with it, perhaps?
Yeah.
Looking for the patterns, the Easter eggs, as some
Yeah.
might call them. Maybe that's the actual game.
Yeah.
Appreciating the strangeness.
Living within the complex system, even if we don't get the full instruction manual.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to hear from you listening. Have you had moments like these? Felt a glitch? Got a theory about non-consent?
Share your stories, your glitch reports.
Yeah.
Use the hashtag NPC ENERGY.
But maybe let's not all try to crash the server at once. Okay, let's observe responsibly.
Good advice. And next time on the NPC ENERGY podcast, we're tackling the Mandela effect.
Ooh, good one. Collective misremembering, or maybe evidence of sloppy reality patches.
We'll get into it.
Until then, keep your eyes open, keep questioning.
And welcome to the glitch, baby.
This has been NPC Energy. Welcome to the glitch, baby.